Opportune run plays. Take us through this clip, what you see here and what you've seen from the Texans.
Well, I was trying to think about what I mean by runs, and I wanted to say quality runs, but that's not really what I want. The Browns always have quality. They need opportune runs. So this is just a simple third down run from the Colts last week, and this is what the Browns need. Browns need some solid runs, some opportune runs on third down, so they can move the sticks. They need some good runs on first down to get to second 4. They need Hunt to have his 35 to 50 yards and maybe get a couple rushing touchdowns or a couple big fourth down runs. So they're with the chunk plays that Chubb used to give us. Those chunk plays now come from Njoku and Cooper. In his first 5 starts, Joe Flacco has 27 chunk plays of over 20 yards. That's incredible, especially being on a new team. So those chunk plays come from those guys. What the run game has got to be really, really efficient when they do it. And the Texans struggle. Jonathan Taylor had 30 carries for 188 yards, and the Colts had 227 yards and averaged almost 6.3 a rush. So the Browns, again, they're not going to run the ball like they have with Nick Chubb, but they got to be really efficient with it. And if they could do that, it sets up that play action, those deep shots. And if they could run the ball some and tighten that box, that secondary really is going to struggle covering Cooper and Njoku again.
Yeah, the other thing it does is it keeps the pressure from the Texans teeing off and trying to get to Flacco. Next one we have, next clip that you're talking about, continue to feed Amari Cooper. He ate the Texans alive.
So he did a bunch of good things here. So this is just a little slant route. He's one of the best route runners in the way he sets it up. So what he does here is he actually slow plays it, right? So he's almost going to give you this lazy, I'm outside, and then he's going to release in on a third down. This is stealing. This guy, they could not cover him with anybody. They even tried Stingley on him, who's their best corner, and he struggled. So what they got to do is they got to continue to find those matchups, and that's why running the ball early on is really key. I think, obviously, you don't want to go away from it. If they don't cover it, continue to work it. Right now, if they have an answer, you have Njoku, you have some other guys that need to step up, but Kevin Stefanski does a great job of putting him in different spots. So it's really, really tough to double him all the time. So again, I'm going to keep working the ball to Cooper. I would keep working the ball to Njoku. They've proven that they struggle with that. The vertical routes have increased so much now with Joe Flacco with Cooper. That's the key, is continue to push him. But this is one of those routes that he just wins because he's a great route runner. So again, third down conversions, first down play action, very big for Cooper.
Yeah, and nothing fancy there. All right, so this next clip, take us through this. Again, another one. Cooper, 265 yards receiving last time.
Once again, now he's on Stingley here, and this is the record setter. So what you got to do is you got to get him. So what he does is he's going to square Stingley up and then run that out route. But this is when the Browns had to have a first down. This is when they had brought their reserves in, and they gave up an onside kick, then they gave up a drive, so they had to put the starters back in. And this is the record breaker, just a simple out route. But none of these corners, if they're left alone on Cooper, can cover him. So again, with Flacco being a veteran, if they get man coverage, look for him to get out of the play and get into a route with Cooper, especially if it's one-on-one. Same with Njoku. So these two guys are really, really tough. They're really, really tough on the Texans, and the Browns got to continue to push the ball to them.
All right, and our last clip, we heard earlier about the concern D'Amico Ryans had for David Njoku. Take us through this last clip.
So what you hear, this is Njoku's 21-yard touchdown. This is called a stick nod. So Flacco, being a veteran, he sees two wide safeties, right? And he sees the backer has got to cover. That's Perriman. Perriman's not big enough and not fast enough to run. Well, he's fast enough, but he's not tall enough and long enough. So what ends up happening is that you have those split safeties, and Njoku being at 3 strong, again, the position flexibility, it gets them matched up. Now, with the two high safeties being in that wide safety look, Flacco knows that the middle linebacker has to carry. So he has to run vertical with Njoku or whoever's at 3. So the Browns, with Stefanski putting him in the position he wants, gets Njoku on Perriman. Then he just runs a little stick nod where he's going to widen that safety because he knows he can run past Perriman, and Flacco throws a great ball. So this is a great concept from Stefanski, a great route from Njoku, and a great throw from Flacco. Again, matchup nightmare, Njoku and Cooper with these guys, the secondary of the Texans.